She says, think you have a high vibration? Well, this is all caps.
All caps.
When you actually have a high vibration, your body will reject any amount of alcohol immediately. If you can have alcohol and it doesn't make you sick, then you do not have a high vibration! Exclamation, 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 exclamation. Same thing goes for drugs and all animal proteins. People with a high vibration cannot tolerate any amount of alcohol. People with a high vibration cannot tolerate any amount of drugs. People with a high vibration cannot tolerate any animal proteins. It is impossible, all caps, to have a high vibration if you eat any animal products. Drink
Oh, hello. We're talking about my tits.
Most of the time.
girl on girl on girl.
You would.
Like, stop picking up the fucking hot knife.
Fucking cares?
Right on track.
Ugh.
With a lot of money, I would do great fucking things.
But not in a good way.
Yikes.
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 Yikes. Where's the realness?
Yeah. Everything you want. Immaculate experience.
Back down.
You're getting like excited.
I do actually. Give me tequila. Exactly. Yikes.
Welcome back, friends. We are here for another episode of the podcast, and today we are doing a Yikes segment, and we're just going to dive right into it because we're on a bit of a time crunch today. So zoom, let's get into it. Christine found this epic Yikes.
Yikes.
I think it was like last week or the week before. I don't even know what is space and time, but she's gonna let us know what this Yikes is all about, and then we're gonna riff on it because it is Yikes worthy. That is for sure.
You know what it is, Kels? It's yikes horrific.
Mm-hmm.
So as you may or may not know, I've been on this no alcohol, no coffee for July. Okay, it's now
Right.
August, but I was on that for July.
Okay.
So I'm scrolling the gram. It was actually after one, I think it was our live event. It was some event that you and I just did. And
Okay.
I was all in the buzz.
Yeah.
And I opened my Instagram and it was this post about 10 shocking truths you were never taught about alcohol. Okay, now it's from a spiritual teacher guide who I actually really like.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting. Like, I love nuance. I love people's opinions. I love to know it all. So I read the post and it was talking about how alcohol isn't just a drink and how it's not just a substance basically, and you go into like debt every time you drink, and it creates hooks in your body, and there was sort of like all of these creates holes in your auric field, and it was just sort of like really poo-pooing on alcohol. Now I thought it was done in a fairly good way. Like, it was just like, I don't know, it was like information. It was definitely had an opinion behind it, like don't drink basically, and your third eye and your crown chakra are going to be like cut off. And what's interesting is when I read things, I don't buy into anything immediately as truth. Like, a lot of people are very easily swayed. When I read something, I'm like, I'm going to read all the way through. I'm going to form an opinion, and I'm going to ask myself, like, does this resonate with me? Like, does this feel good? Does this feel like something I want to buy into?
Yeah.
Does this feel true to me? Does this feel like something I can align with? And I was thinking, and I was like, well, listen, your girl loves tequila. I love a spicy marg. And when I drink, my channel goes fucking crazy. Like, I am so precise. I'm precise on a good day, but it's like it turns, it cranks.
Right.
So, and it doesn't block my third eye. Like, I am a person who can easily have alcohol in my life, and I also can have a very successful, thriving business. I can also be a parent. Like, I also don't go off the deep end. Like, when my relationship to alcohol and coffee and all the
Except
things
when we
is,
go out on a bender like once in a blue moon. But
sure. Once in a blue moon, we have a total bender,
mm-hmm.
and I wake up hungover. But as a day-to-day thing, I don't have an addiction to anything. Like, it's just, I codependency was my thing, and that's a whole other topic for another day.
We had different addictions.
We had different addictions to highly complicated and chaotic people. So I read it and I was like, okay, cool, interesting. And I was just like, I happened to go in the comments, which I don't usually, but I was like, I don't know, a lot of this stuff doesn't resonate with me. I think that everything on the planet we have a relationship to, and we can choose what we want that to be. Now, if it was like, hey, meth is going to do some damage to you, you might want to do it, I might be like, I'm going to agree with that one. Like, right? Like, there's
truth in that.
I can see the truth in that. But I was curious to see people's opinions, because I find in the spiritual world, we're very heavily like one or the other. It's good or bad, right or wrong. And there's not a lot of
polarized.
Very polarizing. It's like, don't drink out, especially in the spiritual community. Don't drink alcohol. Don't do these things. These foods are low vibe. These ones are high vibe. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that is so number one, exhaustive.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I'm not going to get behind that. I don't want to fucking
No.
buy into that. And our beliefs are legit thing. Our beliefs create our reality. Like, I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
I am unsubscribing from that one. Like, that does
Mm-hmm.
not resonate as truth. I feel like I can have a relationship with alcohol where I can still drink when I choose to, and I just have to check in with myself of like, where is the desire coming from? So that's for
Sure.
me, is like, where is that coming from? Whether it's food, whether it's alcohol, just checking in before of like, is this something I want to go and do because I'm trying to avoid an emotion, or is this something I'm doing because I'm stressed, or whatever it is? And even if it is, not shitting on myself, just having that sovereignty though, that this is a choice coming from that energy. So I read it, I went in the comments, yikes. Holy fucking shitballs.
And the best part is like this yikes comes under a guy's post and his like username is like shadow worker, which love, obsessed. But then like this chick goes fucking wild.
Rogue Asaurus
Saurus.
Rex. Okay. I was I was just like, what is
What is
happening right
happening?
now? It was so fascinating
And it
because
doesn't
again,
stop.
like I really like nuance. I love people's opinion. Like, if somebody's got a really good opinion about something, I'm not even again. I'm like, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? I could be swayed. No
Treat
problem.
yourself.
Like, treat yourself. Tell me what you think. Okay, you ready? So this guy said, what did he say? I actually really liked, oh, I just clicked on you. Damn it. I really liked his response. He basically
Mm-hmm.
said, like, kind of something along the lines that of like what I was saying, just about how, like, I don't think that this has to be a demonized thing. I think
Yeah.
it's around there. Again, he was bringing a sense of nuance
The
to the
conversation.
post, to the conversation. All right. You ready? He
Buckle
was
up,
like,
everyone.
he said, I think I can still have a high vibration. She says, think you have a high vibration? Well, this is all caps.
All caps.
When you actually have a high vibration, your body will reject any amount of alcohol immediately. If you can have alcohol and it doesn't make you sick, then you do not have a high vibration! Exclamation, 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 exclamation. Same thing goes for drugs and all animal proteins. People with a high vibration cannot tolerate any amount of alcohol. People with a high vibration cannot tolerate any amount of drugs. People with a high vibration cannot tolerate any animal proteins. It is impossible, all caps, to have a high vibration if you eat any animal products, drink any alcohol, or if you quote unquote share and abuse your body. It is impossible to reach high vibrations such as joy, love, peace, or higher if you do any of the top 5 in the lower vibration list. Then it goes down to, say, lower vibration list. Things that lower your vibration and weaken your aura. Any amount of alcohol. This includes beer, wine, liquor, tinctures,
Tinctures.
just in case anyone's concerned. Drugs and medications, yes, certain ones from your doctor, especially all narcotics and over-the-counter meds, all animal proteins, flesh, meat, or land, sea, and all air animals. Air animals?
Oh, we're eating birds
Am I
now.
fucking hunting an eagle down? Like, what's happening right now? All animal byproducts, dairy, watching, viewing any porn, having casual sex, and masturbation.
Oh,
Well,
bad,
I
bad,
am
bad.
destination fucked,
Yeah.
and my
Be
vibration
in
is going to
hell.
be. Oh my God. Okay, then I mean, we're not even scratching the surface.
No. She goes on
Okay.
for like 5 or 6 or 7 captions.
Oh, wait. There is absolutely nothing you can do to change the demonic low vibration of alcohol. Any murdered flesh/meat. No amount of prayer or loving intentions will help. Love your angels. Oh, and then, so I think it's done.
Yeah.
Even tinctures made with alcohol are poison, with like the skull face.
Yeah.
Any amount of alcohol is poison. This tinctures made with poison. Alcohol ruins the herbs. I mean, it goes on. Flax, glycerin, coconut glycerin.
Yeah, she's in her vortex, that's for sure. And it's not a free one, that's for sure.
Okay, so hold on. We're on. Then she posts a video. I do not own the rights to this video. Spirituality and alcohol and drugs do not mix. You cannot connect with the divine, your God self, when you consume soul-stealing substances. Uh, I mean, I'm on page 8, 9, 10. She goes into a
Yeah.
list of 35 different things that lower your vibration.
She must be really fun at parties.
I mean, when she says that you can't have like a life, I'm like,
You don't have a life, lady.
what, go and take yourself and like teach on this. I'm sure there's some fucking nut jobs out there who are loving the shit out of this, but
Mm-hmm.
like go teach to them. The
Mm-hmm.
flooding, it was unbelievable. I've never
Mm-hmm.
seen, it probably took like 2 hours to write,
Oh,
I mean,
probably.
to write
Probably.
all these things. And I'm like,
And
who are you trying to subscribe and enroll in this?
well, that's the thing. That's the crazy part is that she thinks she's being of service. And I mean, first things first, like when you flood someone's nervous system by responding 20 essays underneath their post, no one's listening to what you have to say, especially when you speak in all caps and you speak in extremes. Like, no one's listening except the other people who lock in at the extreme who are also not free. Like, I read that. I had to skim it because I'm like, this is fucking garbage. And I'm like, that person is not free. Someone who has that many restrictions, that much control, that much domination over what they can and can't do, and they're trying to put that on other people, is not a person who is free. You know what it reminds me of, Christine?
Tell me.
The fucking Inquisition. It reminds me of like the 1400s
Oh yeah.
when the Catholic Church was on a fucking mission, a crusade to convert everyone. And everyone who did not believe in the Christian Catholic faith, they were going to hell and they were going to be murdered in the name of God. And this went on
Super light.
for,
Super
yeah,
light.
super light topic for the day, but it has that same energetic to it of like everything that is outside of our very tight, controlled paradigm is bad, wrong, and we are here to force feed this down your throat. This is happening all over the place, by the way, these days. Like, clearly, humanity doesn't learn its lessons and it loves to repeat cycles. But it's that very like dominating energy. There's no relationality in that response at all. There's no seeking to understand. There's just like, I'm dominating you with my belief, and you need to get on board with what I believe because what I believe is right and true. My guide said so. Like, there's a high probability that your guides are fucking demons.
Well, the list at the bottom, she said, love your angels. And I was like, number one, bitch.
Angels don't talk like that.
No. Like, what are you talking about? And there's this universal law around, like, they actually say that a lot of the most high vibrational people are those who can hold neutrality and
Yeah.
duality. They
Mm-hmm.
can hold. We have a whole course on this, multiple
Mm-hmm.
courses in Panther about this if you're curious and interested.
Mm-hmm.
In Panther, our private podcast feed. But we talk about this is that when you can hold two different opinions or multiple different opinions and they don't just sway you and you're just like, oh, I can allow that to exist. Now we're obviously riffing on this because it was off the rails and not in a hot way, but we were like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa. But like I can let her exist. I didn't need to go in the comments and go in like,
You're wrong.
rip her apart or anything like
No.
that, or even the
We
post
just do
about
it on our
alcohol.
podcast instead.
Totally. But it's like, but I don't, it's good content, but it's like, I
Yeah.
don't need to go and take my life force energy into there and then like, just try to fight her on it. And this is what we see so many brilliant people doing is getting taken out by these radical hooky opinions that are like, they're off the rails. And then people go in and try to fight them. And I'm like, why on earth would I spend my life force energy trying to convince somebody like
Mm-hmm.
that, right, of something different or a more neutral opinion? Or even the post, I was like, I'm not even triggered by this. Like, again,
Yeah.
like, I'm not, it doesn't bother me. I'm not going to sit there and be like, I know I have to fight for my rights to alcohol. I'm like, no,
That's
it
not true
is.
for me. Yeah.
It's not true for me. It can hold duality. And that is high vibration when you're not getting skewed by every fucking thing on the internet because we
Mm-hmm.
get taken out. So we're in a good mood. We look at something we don't like and all of a sudden we're like, oh, I'm in a bad mood. They put me in a bad mood.
Mm-hmm.
That post put me in a bad mood. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, are you really easily that swayed?
Yeah. Like, are you that like unanchored in
Yeah.
yourself? And
Mm-hmm.
like you said, if something is true for you, you actually don't have to defend it. That's how you know it's actual truth. Is that this is just what's there. This is what's so, and I'm going to leave it. Like, I don't need you to agree with me. I don't need to convert you. Anytime there's a conversion attempting to happen, you know that there's some sort of shadow that's masquerading as truth. And And I imagine that this woman, she really believes every single thing that she wrote there. And therefore, it is true for her. But there's a difference between her truth, my truth, and the truth. And we're talking to the truth. It's a frequency, it's an energy. It's not something that needs to be defended. It's not something that needs to be justified. It just is an isness. Oh my God, I sound like Aubrey Marcus.
Does he say that all the time?
He talks about, he uses language in that way. I'm like, oh,
Like there isness. I use that too. I'm like, it just is. Like,
yeah,
I'm
it
in
just
that, like,
is.
let them, and there is an isness. It just
Yeah,
is.
yeah. And when we can be with that, like, that's when we're actually free. And as a teacher, if you really believe in the things that you believe, you don't want to go out and make your students wrong. No one's going to want to really listen to you, and no one's going to really transform in that energy. So if you go in with a curiosity, though, and be like, oh, yeah, okay, like, tell me about your relationship with it. What's your experience been with it? I think that's the more important question with something like alcohol, especially, is like, well, what's your experience with it? What happens in your body? Because there are no two human bodies that are the same, and it's not going to alchemize the same two ways in anyone. So you have to do your own market research here and figure out what your body this time, this incarnation, what its relationship with alcohol is, what its relationship with food or drugs or whatever it is, sex. Like, you have to determine what is actually the right and true path for you. And the right and true path is a path that you're open, free, expansive. You're not being whipped around by your thoughts or by the substance or the experience. Like, you're actually free in it. And if you're not free in it, then yeah, you do want to do a little bit of investigation and be like, what's that about? Maybe this lifetime alcohol is not for me. Like, that's what I heard about that chick. This time, alcohol is not for her, although she could probably use a shot of tequila. You know?
And a dick up the ass, but
That's what I
whatever.
was thinking too. A good ass fucking.
Well, drunk on tequila.
Probably. Probably. And this is why we want to bring this to you today so that you can, because like right now there's like so much of this in the matrix out in the world. People are popping off. There's no shortage of outrage topics. There's literally a new one every news cycle that's trying to farm your energy. So anyone who's bringing an extreme response like this and bringing shame, blame, make wrong, or judgment, they're trying to hook your energy and farm it. And if you play that game, you can't create a life that you're obsessed with, which we 10 out of 10 do not recommend. So instead, like, go and explore, like, does this fit for me? Yes or no? If it does, cool. If it doesn't, what about it doesn't fit? And like, look at your relationship to things like alcohol or food or sex or drugs and get really honest. Like, what information do I have through my lived experience of whether this is a thing for me or not? And then carve your path that way, because if you carve your path that way, you're living in the thread of authenticity. And authenticity is the highest frequency, it's the highest vibration, because it's truth. It's you in your embodiment of truth. And for some people, like, I've seen some of the most spiritual people who drink like fishes every single day. And then I've also seen super spiritual people who have never touched a drop of alcohol in their life. Both can exist, and everything in between. So, like, you need to go on an investigation, and I think that's why a lot of these polarized positions exist, so that people actually don't go down and in and investigate what's true for their system, because that takes a lot more work than just subscribing to an ideology that you can plug an identity into. That's all I have to say about that.
So, DR, if you could just clip everything that Kelsey just said, that would be epic. I love when you said something about farming out our energy. I don't remember the exact what you said there, but I was just like, ooh, that is a juicerific. And it is. There's so many factors that contribute to stress, to a quote unquote lower vibration to lower energy. How much stress do you have in your life? What are your hygiene, like, what is your hygiene with your phone? You know, what is your hygiene to electronics? What is your relationship to your people around you and your family? Right? Like, look at those factors. Like, you and I both studied the nervous system. We've studied trauma. We've studied how to create new neural pathways, like epigenetic, all this shit. You and I, like, we studied. So sitting there and stressing out over alcohol, over a drink,
Over
is
an
literally
Instagram post.
for an Instagram. It's just like it is, and the level of cortisol and stress hormones that woman would have had to pumping through her body to write
Write
the
in
post
all caps for 20 fucking
slides.
comments.
It's just exhausting. And I also think it's a really good thing just for us to, we all look up to people on social media. There's lots of people that I look up to that I'm like, oh my God, you're doing amazing. And so I think, again, this person has a lot of followers. And I think it's just always really good to have sovereignty when we're following people. Even if we love people, like, can we love somebody and also let them have a different opinion? Like, question that of, like, without having to argue with them. Like, even if I agreed differently, I wouldn't go in the post and be like, you're wrong. This is actually what I think. It's just more of like, oh, that's your opinion. You can exist. I'm still going to follow you. I don't give a fuck. Do what you want. Treat yourself. Live your best life. And this is everything
Have
we
a
do.
mocktail.
Have a mocktail. Do if that floats your boat, again, treat yourself. But
We'll
that's
be
everything.
drinking margaritas over here.
I know. And there's times, like, you know, I went off booze and I loved it. And I'm still, I had a drink the first night after my 30 days or 31 days or month or whatever. And I had a drink and I was like, no, isn't resonating tonight. Like, it was fine. I just was like, oh, and the same thing. I tried a half calf coffee. I felt kind of like jittery and was kind of snappy at the kids. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm still going to go off of it. But that might, you know, you and I might go out in a week and get shit faced. Like, it's one of those things that it's like, let's just live day by day, moment by moment, check in with ourselves before we're doing things. Have a fucking good time. Remember that life is meant to be lived. We're not here to have these massive extreme opinions. We're not here to, like, you know, I got very careful about cutting anything off. Like, I used to go on these tangents where I'd be like, I'm never eating sugar again or carbs again, or I'm never drinking alcohol. You know, I've been on those. And what happens the minute I say I'm never going to? My body's like, give me the fucking sugar.
That's when you want it the most.
It controls you because you're telling yourself you can't. Versus having more of a neutral relationship that's like, I'm going to be in tune with my body as I walk through this thing called fucking life, and I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to be really clean with the decisions that I make to the best of my ability. And then I'm going to move the fuck on.
Yeah. It's as simple as saying, like, is this in service to me today or not?
Yeah.
Is this expanding me today or not? And if it's not, then you don't do it. But you can ask yourself that question tomorrow and you might get a yes tomorrow. So, like, again, like you said, it's not this controlling, dominating thing where you're forcing yourself to not do something and, like, white knuckling your way through it, which doesn't fucking work. Like, you're not free when you have to force an outcome versus if you tune in on a day-to-day and use nuance and actually, like, drop into your body, that's when you're going to carve a path that's really right and true for you, and you're going to feel really nourished because you're following the thread of what feels good to your soul and your human. And you get to fully live, like Christine said. And we also have a whole other podcast episode on this, that everything is holy. So maybe go listen to that if you haven't listened to that, because it is a banger as well.
That one is it's so on fire.
Fucking good. We'll link it in the show notes.
Oh my God.
What?
I feel like we just got another yikes. My phone was supposed to be on Do Not Disturb, and it's just like, it was below here, and I heard like a zing, and I brought down, it was an email, and it said, the COVID-19 vaccine in the spiritual world, question mark.
Oh God. That'll be our next yikes.
Yikes.
Stay tuned.
What are the chances? Oh, this is so good.
We're right in the frequency. We're right in the pocket of it. Yeah. Well,
the universe is literally delivering us more yikes information as we go.
You want content? Here you go. Here you go.
More.
I love it. Any last words, Bano?
Just go live your life and have so much fun. And like, when you are living your life and you're having fun and you allow yourself to stop the fucking war within yourself and everyone else and opinions, like, just go design a life you're obsessed with. And if you need help, come join the club, because that's literally what we do. My dream life that looks different from Kelsey's, looks different from all the other women's, and this is where in the club we let everything exist. This is with our Panther Lounge podcast that we're like redesigning and rebuilding right now and like making even juicier, so watch out for that. But like everything we do is around supporting you in your vision of what your best life looks like. What something you're obsessed with, something you're like, oh my God, I love waking up. I have the best time. Like people are always like, oh God, another day, another dollar. I'm like, oh my God, like what is happening right now? Like I want to have fun. I want to be able to like do what I want. And so, you know, come join us and having a lot more fun and keeping it a lot lighter. Like let's
Actual
joy,
aliveness.
humor, aliveness, juiciness. I mean, that's like what we came here for. We didn't come here to just sit around, argue, get fucking doom scroll each other and like tear each other down. Like, what is happening right
Go
now?
touch grass.
Totally.
Like, and probably have an orgasm or 10.
Totally.
Like,
Go jerk off in the woods. Tell us how it was.
take your bottle of tequila into the woods. Go fuck yourself. And let
And
us
then
know how
come
that went. And then come to class. We love you.
Okay, bye everyone. I love you.
And if you
Subscribe.
like,
5 stars.
give us a 5-star review. If you're listening on Spotify, you can leave us a comment now. You can't do that if you're on Apple, but if you're listening on Spotify or YouTube, you can leave a comment below. Subscribe, send it to your friends. We love you. Thank you for being here, and we will be back next week with something else. We love you. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
All in all, we want to say thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. And if you liked today, give us a 5-star rating, and we'll see you next week.
And share it. If you know somebody who needs this in their life, share this shit. Abundance goes round and round. We love you.
We love you.
Bye.